for story? The title of our story is Play With Me. Our author is Marie Hallett. The sun was up and there was no dew on the grass, and I went out to play in the meadow. A grasshopper sat on a leaf of a weed. He was eating it up for his breakfast. Grasshopper, I said, will you play with me? And I tried to catch him, but he leaped away. A frog stopped jumping and sat down by the pond. I think he was waiting to catch a really big mosquito. Frog, I said, will you play with me? And I tried to catch him, but he leaped away too. A turtle was sitting on the end of a log, and he was just sitting still and getting warm in the sun. Turtle, I said, will you play with me?
No.
But before I could even touch him, he plopped into the water.
How do you need to swim? You flop, right, Milo?
A chipmunk was sitting beneath the oak tree, shelling an acorn with his sharp little teeth. Chipmunk, I said, will you play with me? But when I ran near him, he ran off the tree. A blue jay came and sat down on a bough, and he jabbered and scolded the way blue jays do. Hey, blue jay, I said, will you play with me? But when I held up my hands, he flew away. A rabbit was sitting behind the oak tree, and he was wiggling his nose and nibbling a flower. Rabbit, I said, will you play with me? And I tried to catch him, but he ran into the woods.
And it actually didn't start.
A snake came sneaking through the grass, zigzagging and sliding, the way snakes do. Snake, I said, will you play with me? But even the snake ran away and down in his hole.
No one is gonna play with them.
None of them would play with me. So I picked a flower and I blew off its seeds. And then I went to sit by the pond and I sat down on a rock and watched a bug making trails on the water. She is sad. And as I sat there without making a sound, Grasshopper came back and sat down beside me. Then Frog came back and he sat down in the grass, and slowly Turtle came back onto his log. And Chipmunk came back and he watched me and he chattered. And Blue Jay came back onto his bough overhead, and Rabbit came back and he hopped around me. And Snake came out of his hole. And as I sat there without making a sound, so they wouldn't get scared and run away, out from the bushes where he had been hiding came a baby fawn, and he looked at me. I held my breath, and he came nearer and nearer, and he came so close that I could have touched him. But I didn't move, and I didn't speak. And the fawn came up, and he licked my cheek. Oh. Now I was happy. I was as happy as I could be. For all of them. All of them wanted to play with me